My uni experience has been very much marked by I'm Joel. I'm actually going to drop down to part-time. I was struggling to balance all my... I'm Joel.
Talk to us about your course and how long you have been at uni and how it has been for you.
Sure. So I'm a Bachelor of Arts here at the University of Melbourne. I major in politics and creative writing. I've been around since 2019 technically. I'm still in my undergrad though, because I've sort of switched between full-time and part-time a bit. So I will actually finish my undergrad at the end of this year. So it will finally be done.
So do you want to explain how your years have been and what's the difference between being a full-time and part-time student, the experience, the pros and cons of it?
My uni experience has been very much marked by COVID-19, of course. So I started kind of full-time uni in 2020 because in the year prior, I had been at uni. I'd completed 2 subjects there, but that had been as part of my BCE. So I was still in high school. I was only going to uni once a week just for a single class. And then, so that was my kind of taste of uni, right? So I wasn't involved enough to really be part of the uni community, but I had my taste. I was really excited for what was to come in the year following and, getting to experience uni properly. And then I start uni in 2020 for real and, COVID happens, right? So that was when I obviously I began full time. I did 4 subjects each semester for 2020. Then the year after that, I sort of realized I probably don't have to do 4 subjects. This is pretty intense. Even though we're in lockdown and I have lots of time in my hands, I'm still struggling to meet assessment deadlines and to get all my stuff done and to maintain, some semblance of a social life, even if I was in lockdown. So, maybe I'll drop down to 3 subjects, why not? And that's still technically full-time. So I was still a full-time student through 2021. But I also did acknowledge that I was doing 3 subjects and that meant I was not going to complete my degree within the usual 3-year time span. And I was fine with that because I was well, I want to, I haven't really experienced uni life in my undergrad so far because my first year I was still a high school student. Then my second and my third year, I was stuck at home all day. So I was I'm fine with extending my uni experience a bit, taking, it's taken me an extra year or 2 to complete my degree. So I was fine with that. Then actually semester 2 last year, I was I'm actually still struggling to keep up with all my work commitments at uni. So I'm actually going to drop down to part-time for real now and only do 2 subjects a semester. And this was because I work as a tutor outside of uni, and I was finding that I was struggling to balance all my students with my workload because I have a thing where I struggle to say no to a student when they ask me to be their tutor. So I was taking on more students than I could really handle, reasonably. So that was a thing. And then I was also, keeping up with my commitments to fhrUZ, the university magazine, where I had to have, at least a piece done every month, basically. And that was getting hard to do when I was also working on assessments. So I made the switch to only 2 subjects a semester. It was a really good idea, I think. It meant I was able to handle my workload far more effectively. And I have continued doing that into this year as well. So this semester, I've done 2 subjects. Next semester, I'll do 2 subjects, and then I'll be done with my undergrad.
As an international student, we don't have the luxury to do part-time.
Yes.
Yeah, which is something I would have loved, honestly, because for me, it's completely different than my undergrad, and I would have loved to have more time to actually understand and explore because I didn't have that. My first semester, I didn't choose subjects that I was really interested in. So I felt like I wasted my money, time and everything. And it's sort of with creative field, it is if you don't like something, it can put you off whatever you're doing. And that happened with me. I stopped sort of writing. And that was one of the reasons I joined fhrUZ because it was deadlines. That means I'll have to do it. It's people pleasing. Let's go. Yeah. Let's use it to our advantage. If you had the chance to do it all over again, would you stick to full-time or would you, just switch everything? And if you had all the time in the world, would you go part-time completely?
Ooh, that's a good question. Well, I probably would not want to have done part-time through COVID, I think, because when COVID is going on, I'm not really doing anything. I'm just at home. I might as well like do a 3 or a 4 subject load, and I can handle that because I didn't have too many students. I didn't have too much going on in my life. So I think if I were to go back to the beginning, I would probably largely do the same. I think I would do full time for the first 2 years. Then I would kind of gradually transition to more of a part time load.
That makes sense, honestly. That's pretty much it. And this is where we are signing off. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.